checking them. Check it out now. Listen, man, the police can't arrest one motherfucking soul for murdering Tupac in Las Vegas. Busy as a motherfucker, okay? But let Kim K get, like, robbed in another country. And I know, yeah, this is another country, blah, 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 blah. But let her get robbed and held at gunpoint for $10 million in jewelry. And they arresting people left, right, and center. And shit, they might give somebody the death penalty, all right? Now, if you guys don't know, man, I thought the KKK was back at it again. If you don't know what the KKK is, at least to me, in referring to Kim Kardashian, I'm talking about her whole family, okay? That's the cool Kardashian clan. They're usually up to nothing but fuckery, fake stunts, and basically hoodwinking you for a fucking view that they can monetize it and buy Tigers some more Bentleys, okay? Now, I thought they were up to some more fake shenanigans when we heard that she got robbed when she was visiting another country, and she was actually in Paris, right? And she was robbed at gunpoint, tied up, duct taped, basically almost got gun butted, and they took $10 million from her, okay? $10 million in jewelry. Now, I was like, this don't sound too right. Then we get to find out it was an elaborate scheme. I mean, they had doormen, they had people downstairs, they had people at the gate, yet these armed gunmen were able to get past everybody and they didn't clap a soul. Something didn't sound right to me, okay? Now, we're hearing more information in the aftermath because they arrested 17 people, okay? They arrested 17 people who supposedly have ties with this whole crime, and they're saying that the whole crime was being planned for months. They're saying 3 months before she came, they were planning for her ass, okay? They have arrested people from the age of 60 all the way down to the person who was driving the limo she was in, right? Which is kind of ridiculous because you got to think about it. They're arresting everybody who came in contact with her, okay? Now, they have to hold these people up to about like 72 hours so they got to charge them. They're not even sure they're going to charge all these people, but they're arresting them and they're searching all their residence. Now, listen. The whole thing sounded real suspect. That's why people had a hard time believing it until Kanye started flipping out. Are you telling me that, like, she just conveniently had $10 million in jewelry on her and a big-ass diamond ring, and how they knew all this shit was going to be there, how they know she travels with this amount of jewelry, what the fuck? Like, it just kind of sounded real suspect to me. However, the Associated Press is definitely confirming it. They're saying that the drivers that drove her while she was in Paris, they got arrested. Women got arrested. Somebody who was 72 motherfucking years old, they got arrested. And they're thinking about charging them all for cooperating and conspiring to get Kim K robbed. Now, I gotta say, I don't know what type of connection she got, but they are looking at this shit like it's a damn, like, terrorist attack because they going hard at these criminals, okay? Now, also, apparently these criminals are kind of well known, so they've been robbing, like, people for a while. But it's just kind of strange to me that as soon as Kim K get robbed, they get locked up, okay? It's just kind of weird as hell to me, but it is what it is. And we're going to have to see what happens because this is pretty interesting. I'm hearing that they're conspiring so much. They were paying off limo companies. They're paying off security guards. They were conspiring with everybody to get it and get out unscathed, untouched, and ain't nobody snitch. When does that ever happen? I don't know. Get a comment, what you guys like, definitely subscribe. Listen, man, over 15 people, actually the number is 17, got arrested in connection to the robbery of Kim K in Paris. You could tell they're not playing around. It appears they're doing more investigation on this shit than they probably did with the terrorist attacks. This is ridiculous. But still, hey, I'm glad she aight, for Kanye's sake, and of course her kids' sake, and of course her sake. And of course, I'm glad that these motherfuckers have been brought to justice, even though I gotta give them a little bit of kudos for planning this shit out. I hate dumb criminals. When you're smart, I don't condone it, but I could at least understand it and might respect it, all right? In the comments, make sure you guys like them and subscribe to Bull Academics. I'm out.